15 trips, $271. Not too bad. And I watched quite a bit of video. Didn't sleep. I didn't sleep at all, which is surprising. I guess most of the time the trips were close enough together that let's get some light in here. How's that? Is that better? Yeah, it was a fairly smooth night, and some of those trips were really good ones. So I'm not complaining at all. 271, 300 would have been better, but 271 is acceptable. It's acceptable. What's not acceptable is the fuel consumption of this car. It has not been fixed yet. I tried some fuel injector cleaner. I don't know if the owner added some more, but it's not quite performing the way it should. It's using a little bit, almost 1.5 times the amount of fuel it should be using, which is not good. It's eating into my profits. So this is the Monday morning, the end of a Sunday night. Yeah, I'm not complaining about this one. Will I get another call? Oh, I'm third in the zone, and the time is now 5:30. And then we've got the guy who's always on time, 6 o'clock sharp, he's there. So I don't know if I have time for another trip. I don't know if I have time for one more trip. I might go to my customary location for 10 minutes and just chill out, because I did quite a fair bit of driving tonight. Yeah. And the sun will be coming up soonish. And I'm getting tired. Oh yeah. Didn't have a lot of cash tonight. I think I had 3 customers pay in cash. And the second one who paid in cash gave me a $100 bill, and that completely decimated my float. So I had to go to the bank machine and deposit that $100 bill and take a bunch of 5s out so that I had a float again. Then the next customer who paid cash paid with a 50. Fortunately, I could make change, but what's with these people carrying 50s and 100s? And I have to use up my whole float both times. It's bad. Well, I'm gonna pay with a 50 at the gas station, because it would use up all my 5s if I paid if I paid with 5s. Or if I paid with, yeah, exactly, it would use up all my 5s, all my small change, all my small coin, all my small bills and coins. Yeah, I'm at my spot now. I just report I had a successful night, and I'm gonna watch some more video right now. I'm at the airport, and the time is now 4:35 in the morning on Tuesday morning. This was a Monday night, the Monday night of BC Day. Yeah, another thrilling kind of holiday. It was real slow and real quiet. I waited more than half an hour for my first call, and I got my first call, and I took these people I know to the rec center. Then I got sent to an apartment building to pick up some people. And the guy said, yeah, we'll be right out. So he came out, and he says, I'm waiting for my girlfriend. You can just turn the meter on and while we wait. I said, oh, don't worry about that. That's okay. Then, when they finally got in, I had the air conditioning going. She put the window down. Then we started to go. They said, they gave me the name of a restaurant that I didn't know. Or if I knew it, I'd forgotten about it. Or they changed the name of it. Turns to be all those three things. And I said, well, do you know where it is? And they said, well, somewhere downtown. And I said, well, I don't know where it is, so I'll have to check that. So as I was pulling into a little parking spot on the side of the road, like over here, you see on the right side there's a bike lane. Well, there was a bike lane over there too, but the bike lane, I had to cross the bike lane to go into that little parking spot where I was going to check my phone to find out the address of this restaurant. And as I was put my signal on to move into the parking spot, I hear a ding, and I thought it was the girl's phone behind me. It just sounded like a phone ding. But really, it was a bicycle bell. The next thing I know, there's somebody hitting the side of the car on a bicycle. Now, if he wasn't in my blind spot, I would have probably seen him. In fact, I did see him earlier, but he was quite a ways behind us. And so I didn't think he would be right on top of us. And anyway, needless to say, we hadn't gone very far, and my customers got out. And the guy was giving me the gears. He said, "You're going to hear from me. Your company's going to hear from me." Oh, yeah, fine. Okay, threaten me. Thankfully, no one was hurt. He wasn't hurt. He was probably shocked. I was also shocked. And I continued with my night. I have not been able to sleep on this shift. I've not been able to sleep. I watched a fair amount of video because I was not busy. And after I'd been waiting for almost 2 hours between calls, I got a call. And that call went from High Quadra out to McAllen in Langford. You can Google those places. And then when I was out in Langford, I got sent on another call to some place I'd never heard of. So I used GPS to get there. And turns out that went to the airport. The last two fares were $30 and $74. I think I had 168 on before that. Now I've got 272, I think. Yeah. So that turned out okay. I'm just going to make my way back into town, maybe do a quick trip or two, then I've got my chiropractor's appointment again. And after the chiropractor's appointment, I think I'm going to go to the office, our office, which opens at 9 o'clock, and do an accident report, just in case that guy decides to get back with us. Anyway, he was not injured or hurt. Maybe just a little shocked. And I was shocked, and I'm still shocked. These bicycle lanes, you know the way they're set up, you should not be able to cross one when you're driving a car. All the parking spots should be in the road, and the bike lane should be on the side of the road, so as to avoid this kind of thing. But they're really bad about infrastructure around here. They are really bad about setting things up. And you know, these flaws are going to cause situations where people have accidents. I did not admit that it was my fault. I didn't see the guy. He was in my blind spot. And when I had turned onto that road, he was quite far behind. And I was trying to figure out where that restaurant was. Anyway, the night turned out okay, but the beginning was pretty bad. Yeah, 3 more nights to go this week. Will I survive them? Time is now 5:30 in the morning on Wednesday. 5:30 in the morning. And it was a long night. It was a slow night for the most part. Let's see if I can get this tighter in there. That's better. Yeah, it was a slow night. It took until was 1:30 to have 150 on, and then I waited 2 hours for another call, and it was a friend of mine who wanted to go dumpster diving and wanted to use the cab to bring all her riches home. Yeah. Then after that, I started to get a little busy in the morning hours because taking people to work. That's what I've been doing for the last couple hours, taking people to work. And maybe I'll have another fare, maybe not. We'll see. I'll go to the part of town where I usually work and I'll wait for a call. Yep. But it was long, it was hard. But because of that one trip dumpster diving, that was like a $50 fare. She just went to all these dumpsters and went to get stuff. Or does she call it binning? I think she was binning, yeah. Anyway, she paid me the fare and yeah, good. Earlier on, I did have a fare from my generous customer. It was $19 fare, but he gave me 30 on Interac. He says, "Oh, I'm kind of short on cash now, but I can give you 30. Oh, sure. Sure. I was happy with that. Now, I don't know. Maybe head to the bank and deposit some money because I got a fair bit of cash this time. Got enough Interac from the last 3 nights to more than pay my lease. The car has been behaving badly in that it's sucking a lot of fuel. It's just sucking it back. It's guzzling gas. And the owner told me last night that he has an appointment today to get it fixed today. This is unbearable. 9 liters to 100 km. That's a lot. 9 liters is, almost $18. That's a lot of money to go 100 km. Yeah. 2 more nights to go this week. I have just had the worst night of the year so far. It was a Wednesday night. I did 8 trips in 11 hours. I got to work an hour late, but then I only did 8 trips after that. And I just counted all the Interac receipts, and I just counted all the cash I made $143. Grand total for the night. Tips and all. Everything. $143. 100 of that goes for the lease of the car Wednesday night. $43 is what I had left. Of that $43, I need to fuel up. That's going to cost me about $12 or $13, I'm guessing. Maybe a little less, maybe 11, because the car was somewhat repaired now. It's getting better fuel mileage. But it has just been a bomb of a night. It has just been bad. A disaster. What am I supposed to do with $30? $30 for being out here all night. Seeing as it's now 5:45 and my chances of getting another trip are pretty small, judging by the way the whole night went. And there's 5 cars in the zone I'm in right now. 5 cars. That's a lot of cars for this zone. Oh my goodness. I hope tomorrow night is better. Or tonight. The Thursday night. I hope the Thursday night is better than this Wednesday night, because this Wednesday really, like I said, it was the worst night of the year so far. Maybe I should be thankful that I made $30. If I have a lot more nights like this, I'll be looking for a job. I don't want to look for a job. I don't want to have a boss. I do not want to work for someone else. Okay, I'd probably make more money than I'm doing now, and for fewer hours. But, you know, when you do a job for more than 31 years, it's kind of hard to think of doing something else, at least for me. Yeah, I'll head down to the car wash, give it a spray down, detail the interior, fuel it, park it, come back tomorrow for another night. At least I got to watch. I didn't get any sleep at all. But I watched quite a bit of video. I had already watched all the videos that I was subscribed to. And so I was starting to go into my watch later list. Yeah. One more night to go this week. It's now the Friday morning after the Thursday night, and the Thursday night was looking scary how slow it was. I think I had 150 on by 2 o'clock, something like that. So I figured I'd persevere, and I had 185 by 4 o'clock or something like that. Or was it 175? Then I had $10 fare, making it $185. Then I had another little trip, and then I had a $40 fare, and then I delivered some whiskey to my friend, for which I got $20. It was just half a bottle. It was cheap whiskey too. Then I had another fare. It was a drunk guy, and he wasn't going very far, but he was giving me the wrong address to begin with. First he said Cedar Hill Crossroad, so I go to Cedar Hill Crossroad. No, I meant Cedar Hill Road. Oh, Cedar Hill Road. Okay, fine. So we get there, and the fare is $13 and something. He gives me $40 and says, "Is that enough?" And I said, "Oh, that's more than enough. Did you want some change on that?" He says, "Yeah, give me $5. $35 for a $13 fare? I'm in." And that's what I just finished doing, so I'm in a good mood right now. I just counted all the interacts and charges and cash. $285. And it was looking, $265, because $20 of that was for the whiskey. It wasn't for driving. Well, yeah, it was kind of driving, because I had to drive to my place and get the whiskey, and then I had to drive there, and the money was in a box under the trailer. Yeah. Well, I'm tired now. It's coming to the end of my week. Time is now 5:42. I don't know if I have time for another one. Do I want to do another one? Ugh. This was such a night where it was slow all night, and then it got fast towards the end. And I got lucky. I had a horseshoe up my ass, I'm sure. So I'm gonna just sit for a few minutes. Oh, the bus is not going. Oh, now he's gonna pull away. Oh, fuck. He had a turn signal on, so there we go. He had a turn signal on, so I passed him. And he turned his turn signal off as soon as I was passing him. Yuck. And he put the other turn signal on just as I was getting past him. So he was pulling out, but when I came behind him, he was by the curb. Oh, every minute that goes by now, the day is getting brighter. Not a cloud in the sky anywhere. It's going to be another warm one. Yeah. I'm just going to fuel up and add up all the charges and put them in an envelope, put them in the glove box. Do I have enough cash to get some groceries? Hope so. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 115, and 25. $140. I can get some groceries with that. Not a lot. I won't be buying prosciutto, and I won't be buying salami. I'll eat Spam and canned herring instead, which I have at home. Yeah. I will get my reverse osmosis water and other groceries and things that I'm running out of. Hope yours is better than mine.